Hi, everyone. Welcome to Relatively Sane. I just want everyone to know that every single time I say that, I hate myself more and more. I have to think of something else to say, and it's lazy. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Relatively. It's so vanilla and not interesting anyway. I hope you guys are doing great. I really do. I love doing this podcast, but I'm really just tired and I don't feel like talking sometimes, and that's what this is. I wish I could just be. Can you imagine if I just was like, hi everyone, welcome to Relatively Sane? Like there was just nothing for the whole intro. Maybe I'll do that. I think a lot of you would probably turn it off. I would. I mean, if someone didn't start talking right away, I need instant gratification. That's why I love drugs. I love drugs. The second you take it, you feel it. But then what happens when when you come off of it, it's really a nightmare. You end up remembering everything from your childhood and you have the shits. It's not good. I'm so grateful for most of you. I mean, not all of you. I don't know all of you, but I'm grateful for most of you for listening to this radio channel and for supporting my dance career. You know, a lot of you wouldn't know this, but I was the captain. I think I've said this on the podcast before. I was the captain of the 6th grade dance team. I don't know if you knew, but Jews can dance. I bet during the Holocaust in the camps, Jews danced a lot. I know this is going to bring some of you down, but it's the truth. It's what happened. And I could just see them dancing around to try to make things okay. It always gets into the Holocaust with me. I don't know why. Maybe because I feel like it's going to happen again. This is so depressing. All right. I think I'm going to start every single podcast after talking about sickness and the Holocaust. And the next one, I'll talk about 9/11. I'm just going to talk about everything that will make you guys miserable before I try to do a podcast and make people laugh. Just so you know, I didn't make this up. Someone else did, but comedy equals tragedy plus time. That's a great quote. Some of the tragedies I've been through, there isn't enough time to make it funny. I just want to be honest with you. But I feel like the Holocaust you can make funny because I wasn't there. I would have never survived. Actually, I might have been able to make the guards laugh and they would have let me live. I think that's probably what would have happened. That's what would happen if I went to prison. I would be the prison clown. And I would just make everyone laugh and then they would give me cigarettes and Yoo-Hoos. I fucking hate Yoo-Hoos. I know a lot of you like them, but you're trash. So thank you so much for listening to Relatively Sane. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to this podcast. You're listening. And what the fuck am I talking about? Listen to this podcast. You're listening. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. What I meant to say was please suggest this to your friends, to everyone you know, even if they don't speak English. Please recommend this podcast and go on my Patreon. I'm doing special videos and different things on my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. And I do, oh my God, question and answer. And I do videos just for Patreon patrons. Oh, I told you I can't. For peacocks. Oh God, I can't wait till I don't have to do this anymore. I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. And please welcome my guest, Rich Aronovitch. That's Rich clapping for himself.
I am. That was a very nice intro.
It wasn't. It was completely insane.
Chinese AIDS, your guest, Rich Aronovitch.
Rich does the best Trump.
Wrong.
Rich,
yes.
Talk about, please just do him talking at a debate.
Wrong. We have a lot of China bringing in a lot of really bad things, especially the AIDS. They caused a lot of really bad things. We built a wall, not as big as their wall, but we're building a wall to stop Chinese AIDS. China. Oh, China. Yeah, I'd grab it by its pussy, China.
Oh, my God. What? That was pretty intense. Can you do Bernie, too?
Listen, Iowa, the thing of Iowa was the people wanted us, the people. Which pill am I supposed to take? That sounded more like Dick Nixon.
Who's Dick Nixon?
Richard Milhouse Nixon.
Oh, I never called him I mean, he was a dick, but I never said Dick Nixon.
Yeah.
Do Bernie screaming that people aren't getting...
The people! The people! I think I just came.
Is there anyone else you can do in politics?
A lot of people here at the podcast are liberal, and they're progressive, and they're firing up, ready to go. And I'm not going to run again, but I do run miles, miracle miles, marathons, fired up, ready to go.
Is that Michelle Obama?
That was Michelle, yes.
Oh, my God. I'm going to cough because you're making me laugh.
It's probably Chinese AIDS.
It's not AIDS.
Corona.
Oh, my God. Can you do something about Melania?
Melanoma. My wife was really more beautiful, almost as beautiful as my daughter, who I'd sleep with very sexually. You know, a lot of people are saying really bad things about melanoma. Yeah, the breathing. Isn't that amazing? He's so... he has to breathe through his mouth.
Yeah, let me hear.
Look, you're laughing and I'm really serious. A lot of people... Who's this? Who's this?
That's James.
James, really good person. Really.
James is adorable. I'm going to get James laid.
He's a good guy.
He's gorgeous. That's Jim's son.
I know it, but he gets laid all the time.
Nah, no? I don't know. He's shy, kind of.
Oh, he's
but
22.
I just love him. No, he's not.
44.
He's 86.
Wrong.
Everything's wrong.
Fake news.
James is brilliant. James does all my video stuff. He's like, I sound so ridiculous saying video stuff, but he's incredible. He's been doing all my stuff for social media.
He works with your Betamax, your Laserdisc.
Wait, do him again, talking through his mouth. Listen, you're asking a lot. No, you're being very rude. I'm going to be honest. You're being very rude. You're wearing a tracksuit, and a lot of people are really. I am wearing. You're wearing a tracksuit. And let's be honest, I don't see you on a track. So, you're fake news. Really. Not on a tracksuit. I have a top on with shoelaces. But I am not in a tracksuit for anyone who's not watching this on YouTube. This is why you should watch it on YouTube. Yeah. Because it's so much funnier. Rich and I are out of our minds. We've been friends for 20 years, and we will sit on the phone for hours at a time. Literally. A typical conversation. You start it. Well, I just had a really good day today. Me too. And I talked to my mom who just had surgery. And they found a lot more problems with her leg. That's so horrible. I feel so bad. Yeah, it's, but she's going to be able to walk soon, so that's good. That's you do a dog, she's going to be able to walk. Do your parents talking with their mouth sounds? We have been laughing so hard about this. Okay, so I think they drink glue or cement when they get older, these Jewish parents and grandparents. Oh my God, I'm going to throw up. Oh, I'm so sorry for anyone listening. And then there's...
That's the best. And you don't, like, you can't really say to them, you're like, hey.
What are you going to say? They get defensive, too.
Well, it's hard when the kid becomes the parent. It's like, hey, stop chewing with your mouth open.
What would your mom say if you said that to her?
Okay.
That's what she would say?
I think so.
It's so hostile.
Okay. I remember as a kid, my dad, we used to go, Dad, you're so angry. You bang on the table. And he went, I do not bang on the table.
My dad used to slam his head into furniture and into cabinets.
On purpose?
Yeah. He didn't hit me, but he would hit himself.
Oh, this explains a lot.
What, the big dent in his head? What are some things your parents have said to you that you'll never forget?
Well, that was one of them. I do not bang on the table. I remember that like it was yesterday because you actually could see the silverware flying in slow motion. And I'm like, oh.
What's a typical conversation with your mother? We talk about our parents all the time.
This is the hard thing. My mom is wonderfully clueless.
Yeah.
But you got to commit. Like, if I'm going to call my mom, I'm like, I better block off some time.
Oh, she likes to keep talking.
Oh, it's like one of her favorite things to do.
Yeah. And they keep asking questions and they interrupt you.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of interrupting. There's a lot of, they're great at asking questions and then you're about to answer and then they're into the next question.
Yeah. They don't give you a second.
Yeah. Like, how's your career going? Well, and what about your psoriasis? And your alopecia? Well, I'm also how about your, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when my mom's eating chips while I'm on the phone with her.
Yeah, that's the best.
And like, yeah. Oh, hi, tell me, how's Jessica? I feel like she could start just doing construction in the middle of the conversation. You know? So how's Jessica?
Rich does the best.
I'm the white Michael Winslow.
You do.
Woo!
Oh my God!
Do you know who Michael Winslow is?
No, he's too young.
From Police Academy. You know what Police Academy was? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you would like Police Academy.
It's a good movie.
It's a fun movie.
There's like only 1,000 of them.
Oh my God. You do the best characters, and you do them a lot in your act. You guys have to go see Rich. He's so funny. Like, you do an Israeli guy?
I make fun of my father-in-law because the Israeli accent is the most annoying accent because it takes what is how do you say the word God bless you. Like, it takes them 5 months.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You even do a great black woman.
You ain't gonna say no.
We've talked like that for a while too.
What do you mean?
Well, we talked like this for a long time. So you're from, tell them where you're from.
I'm from I'm from New Orleans. That's what I say because I grew up there. I was 10 months when we moved from Canada. Mm-hmm. So as if I didn't feel like a square peg in a round hole enough, I had the pain of being Canadian in where David Duke got elected. Really great guy. If you don't know who David Duke was, he was the former Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. He was a president. And
I love the hands.
Big problems. And so so I grew up in that, and I used to get beaten up for killing Jesus. Like, I would get off the bus, and there was these 3 guys that would beat me up for killing Jesus. And I was like, oh.
They would literally say you killed Jesus.
Yeah, they would literally, yes, they would like, this is another clueless Eileen Aronovitch moment. She caught them and she thought we were just roughhousing.
I love that word, roughhousing. You have bloody eyes.
Yeah, blood coming out of my nose, a black eye. I'm like, roughhousing.
Stop wrestling.
Yeah. Could you get his fist out of your face? We gotta go.
It's time for temple.
I love that my mom's from the Midwest now.
Yeah, why did I make her sound like...
That's okay. It's more fun that way.
Yeah, Richard. And your dad is a very happy person, right?
He's really... Yes. I mean, we're surprised he's not like out of the closet gay, because he's so... Really? Not at all. No, he's very...
No, I know he's not, but...
you know what it is? He's cursed with being too smart. And I get it. Like, he sees, like, first of all, it was really not a smart move to move to New Orleans when he's brilliant. Like, this is how brilliant he was. So years ago, to calculate the loan, you had to have 3 calculators. So what he did is he invented a formula, married the 3 calculators. Instead of waiting the 6 months to get the patent where we would have been exceedingly wealthy, he just gave it to Texas Instrument because he didn't want to have to keep using 3 calculators.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an idiot. No, I'm joking.
No, well, it's the perfect example of I'm the fish I'm trying to catch.
I love when you do him saying I won the lottery with his face.
Oh yeah, he has a perma scowl. You know, like when you kind of like eat something and you're not sure what it is. And then the joke I tell him, I'm like, Dad, guess what? You just won the lottery. He's like, taxes. That's.
Have you ever seen him really excited?
Yeah, no, I have. When I got hit by a bike and I was lying in the middle of the road, he was really excited. Ran over. No, I've seen him excited. Yeah, he turns it on like when he's got to be social. He's great at that.
He has been very friendly to me.
He's very friendly. I think he just has, he's got a little bit of undiagnosed depression. Loves to sleep, loves to read. He reads all the time. And we used to sit at the table and he would be reading the newspaper. It's like before cell phones, that was the way to ignore your family. Yeah. So he was the original millennial.
It's you and your sister.
My sister, who is a uber overachiever. She is brilliant. She's the chief counsel of E-Trade.
Crazy. And
I'm in this anonymous program known as my career. Anyways, she's exceedingly successful. Her husband, my brother-in-law, he's just got a case to the Supreme Court, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can talk a lot about it, but it has to do with Obama. And and they have 2 wonderful children, and we get along very well.
Yeah. So you and your parents are still together.
They're still together, which yep, they're still together.
But growing up, was it more of like being stressed out and anxious and down because of your environment? Not family stuff, but just do you feel like you were a happy kid?
Yeah, I think like my sister, when I was very young, first of all, my parents they didn't have money, so they worked very hard to get money, only to lose it all in Katrina. Thanks for bringing that up. And so they weren't around a lot. So it was me and my sister, and she would do things like she created a camp, and then she made me, and then had like a popsicle stand where she made me, I was the only potential employee, but she made me apply for the job.
That's so funny.
So instead of writing like how many words, it used to be like how many words can you type in a minute? She would write in the application, how many words can you read in a minute? And then in the parentheses says, don't lie or I'll know. And she had this like, different layers, and people would come in, this whole massive like operation with popsicles. Like the whole neighborhood knew about it, and she had like games, and she would hide like little, things inside of different popsicles. So if you spelled out a word, you got this one free type of popsicle, and would freeze different layers. And it was like a whole complicated operation. And she would play dress up where I remember one time, like I was really young, probably 4 maybe. We were like, she wanted to dress me up like a dog in a circus, and I thought it would be a really good idea if we lit a hula hoop on fire for me to jump in through. And she's like, that's not, like, she was the one to be like, that's probably not a good idea to light a fire that you want to potentially jump through. Yeah.
Like, that's what we do every night now in our career.
Yeah.
All right, so when you were growing up, you felt pretty happy?
A lot of the times I did. I felt happy. I don't know. You know, I had some weird stuff go on. Like there was because I wasn't, you know, I was the one answering the phone. I had a guy who used to call the house and beat off. Yeah. And like it messed, you know, and now it affected me because when I get a call from an unknown number, I come. But I
I love that you brought that up. Like,
Yeah.
I would have never thought you'd bring that up. But so many people listening to this have had weird situations, or because I had the same thing where a man called my house and I would talk to him.
Yeah, it was, and he told me he would kill my family if I told them, so it could go on longer.
Unbelievable.
And then I remember like the FBI coming and tapping our phones, and the guy that came here had came.
So you told your parents? Why don't I remember that?
Because they don't remember it.
Oh, they block it out.
They block it out, yeah.
I know.
Which is the way they protect themselves, because they felt, I think, as parents, like
of
they
course,
failed, so they have to.
I would feel the same way.
Yeah, and it was, you know, yeah, and I think, you know, it's a weird kind of thing because it's like I don't have the identity of physically being molested, so I ran around going, you know, I was almost molested.
Mm-hmm. It's still being molested.
Yeah. That's what this, I went to a therapist, and that's what they said. They said,
and a lot of guys go through stuff like this and don't talk about it. Right. Seriously, it's so taboo. I mean, we talk about it more, women.
Yeah. I mean, if this can help somebody, that's
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If someone listening to this won't feel bad that
it affects, I think what it most affects is its intimacy. It's right. So it's like, it also escalated my sex drive. Like I knew in kindergarten, I remember like, you know, lying down, waiting for the teachers to walk over us so I could look up their skirts, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I knew very young about, like I was way too young to be knowing about that stuff. And I, you know, and this is pre-internet. I'm so afraid of what would happen. Like we're talking about ruining everything. I mean, having kids. And I'm so concerned of how do you protect? Because before you could
it's horrible.
You can't. How do you restrict them?
I mean, I think things are going to change. There's no way it can just be free form for years to come. I don't know. I really don't.
I mean, if I wanted to watch porn, I had to we had a satellite dish, so I had to physically move the satellite dish. And or there would be like these little lines, like, oh, there's a tit. And then you know what I mean? Like you would look at like these scrambled channels and you didn't even know what you were looking at. It was like a Jackson Pollock.
It's so crazy. Now you can, I mean.
You just put, you know, anything in.
I know, I've heard that 13-year-olds, like a lot of boys watch porn. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm sure they do.
So do you feel like that stuff still affects you today when it comes to intimacy and stuff like that?
Oh, for sure.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't you know, and there's also blame for answering the phone, which is crazy.
Like it's your fault or you shouldn't have answered or shouldn't have listened.
Yeah, like, yes, or I should have said earlier something or, you know, but I would, you know, and then, you know, they do the exercise where like, now I want you to tell a kid that's not you. And I'm like, well, that's different.
Yeah.
They're like, but you're not, you're 4 or 5.
Well, I guess it's like, what would you tell your child?
Right.
I would never tell my child that was their fault. I mean, ever.
Clearly not.
Yeah.
But I like to, I mean, part of the reason that we're good at what we do is because there's enough self-hatred that goes, if I can make you happy, it'll fill the hole.
Where do you feel like that self-hatred came from? I mean, I'm pretty clear about it with my life, but do you know, is it just something you feel like you were born with, or did certain experiences like the one you just said make it worse?
Yeah, I think, I think that not being able to deal with that kind of experience led me, I tried pot once every day for like 16 years. And so I was gone, you know what I mean? From 16 to I was gone. I was high and drunk all the time. And so I was disassociated and I was completely it was like I didn't have to think about anything. because my brain was just in space.
Right.
So then later I was like, oh, this isn't helping anybody. I'm going to have to stop doing this. And then I went, oh, okay, now I have to gear my life towards helping others. That's kind of what I want to.
Which you do a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's really incredible because you really help people a lot.
I make up stories about being molested, not even true, to try to help someone. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Wrong.
Total lie, fake news. He was molested by Obama.
It's so great. You do the best. I feel like you do the best Trump.
I do impressions of other people's impressions. I got to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, that's if I see someone do an impression, I can do it. I do more character stuff, but that's, I can mimic.
What other characters do you do? I love having you on to do this because no one else does this shit.
Because what happened, you come to the same relative on TV, and I said to him, I say, I not talk about this. He 22, he don't know.
What are you talking?
I told the producer, man, he looked there like he editing or something.
Let me, we'll do everyone. We have to get the camera on you, James. That's how I'll get
nobody know he here.
I'll get hot women to go after him, but we got to get the camera on him because they have to see what he looks like. But I don't know how to use a camera.
He's really good looking. He's fierce.
Are you attracted to him?
Yeah, he's attractive.
No, do it in your voice, your feminine.
Oh, no, he's a twink. I like bears.
Bears. You're so uncomfortable. He's so this.
No, I don't think he gets uncomfortable.
Oh, all right, I don't.
I think because he told me he gets hit on by gay guys a lot, which I can totally see. I mean,
yeah,
I'm going on a gay cruise on Sunday.
Jelly.
Jelly for 3 days. I wish I could go on the whole thing, but if James came with me, he would disappear. Like he would never be seen again. I think someone would just put him inside their ass.
A ball gag tied up.
I have to get back home. I have to produce the podcast. I have to produce the podcast. More equipment. All right, let me do you being the Hispanic guy and you're working at a deli.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Hi, can I get a 1/4 pound of turkey?
Okay, 2 pound pastrami, hero or raw?
No, I just want a 1/4 pound of sliced turkey.
Okay, chicken salad, hero or raw?
No,
Bagel.
turkey.
Bagel.
No, just
Bagel.
turkey.
That's how I happen.
What?
Get out of my door.
Door. Get out of my door.
Get out of my door.
Rich and I can also both sing. You have a good voice. Did you just nap?
I was thinking, do I have a good voice?
I think you do.
What kind of stuff do I think I like singing, like just making up musicals.
Like what? Oh, I love when you do that.
I love when you love that. I do that. It's always on a podcast called Insane with a twink and otter. His name is James. 22. He's 22. He's not a Jew.
He is. He is.
He is a Jew.
Well, I think he's mostly a Jew.
Half and half, like what I want in my coffee. You're half Jewish?
Yeah.
Let me call headquarters.
Go 3 situation. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Well, no, I think he's 3/4, right? Because Dad is half Jewish. Yeah, so he's 3/4.
I don't care. What do you do? You think you're Jewish? I mean, I don't follow. He doesn't. That doesn't matter. If you feel then whatever you feel you are, I'm on board with. I don't.
Listen,
I don't
just
subscribe
use
to
it
anything.
sometimes when you need to use it.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah, like if you're ever in a show business meeting.
Right, that's
Jewish.
what I'm saying. If you're meeting with NBC, you're fully a Jew.
Yeah, you're Jewish and gay.
And you have one leg.
And you have one leg. You're a pirate. You're a gay Jewish pirate.
You're a gyrate.
Yeah,
I like that you. I love when
I know I keep doing that lately.
You did it last night on the show, and I was gonna text you. What
I
you
say I'm a gay. I'm in a Jewish rapper. I'm like a japper.
Yeah, and you did another one last night.
I know.
Yeah.
I keep doing a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing the same things over and over again, but it's okay.
Yeah.
James just got up from his seat to fix something, and who is that? Oh my God! I cannot believe who's here right now. I am.
Food in here.
This just.
Where's Lenny? Lenny.
I need to express. Are you wasted?
$8 to go pick up some damn food. He said he was going there where the Japanese guys are, and they got 3 different layers, or you can have Greek food, and it's been 2 hours. Where's Lenny?
Who's Lenny?
I gave him the food to get the.
You gave him food
Yes.
or money to get the food?
I gave him money.
He gave to Lenny.
I gave it to Lenny.
To Lenny.
He knows what I'm talking about.
He told us that he said to him, he said to Lenny, I'm going to do is give him the money, come back, and he said, there he is. That's what happened.
I need a nap. Can I lay down here?
Sit down, everyone. I can. First of all, Rich's umbrella is so gay.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah.
Look at this color.
Rich, you brought this umbrella?
It's my wife's. It was raining.
It was
2
Richard
days ago.
Simmons.
This is your wife's.
It was my wife's.
I wear
Jim Brewer is here. This is, you don't
Jim.
understand what's.
I heard you were up here and I went,
I'm in heaven right now.
I hope they're not in a deep conversation.
No.
No, we were
we've been
just talking about molestation.
Oh, perfect.
Jim, have you ever been?
I was molested 2 weeks ago.
Who molested you 2 weeks? You look skinny.
I lost 30 pounds.
Yeah.
How did you lose all
You
that
haven't
weight?
seen me since.
No. You look great.
You do.
Thank you. And I'm not dying, and I'm not getting a divorce.
All right, that's the end of the episode.
Everyone's afraid.
What?
Everyone's afraid. They're like,
Do you have
hey,
AIDS? Joke.
everything's good.
He's got Chinese AIDS.
Everything's good. Don't touch him.
Shades.
Don't touch him.
Ray, how did you lose all the weight? Excuse me.
It started off with a bet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then me and another fatso, we both said
You were
let's-
never fat.
I'm starting to get boobs, and then we started. It was August 28th. We went to October 28th, and I lost 30 pounds.
Didn't
I
you
beat
do
him by
this-
3 pounds.
this bet?
No, I lost 28 pounds. He lost 25.
You did this
That's
bet
amazing.
before, and then there was like some shadiness that was about it.
Yes, this
There
was years ago.
Yeah, years ago.
This person I knew there'd be no shade. It was just me and him. Where someone else lured us into a bet. A bartender. She's like,
You guys want to lose weight? So you bet $1,000 each.
"We're like what?" She suckered all of us. Yeah.
Wait, what was the thing that happened? That was the.
He did a bet and it didn't work out because the other person was like, they had gained weight and they're like, I lost 40 pounds. And you're like, you
Yeah,
look-
I didn't realize this time when she weighed in. She had weights in her. It was a cartoon thing. It was a total.
Yeah.
She had weights on her?
Yeah. Meep beep. Yeah. I guess I won.
I think we all have problems.
Yeah, she would drink like 4 gallons of stuff before she went in there.
she was on the stage.
Right. Injected herself with pure
She'd
lard.
have a heavy period. Every
Yes,
time
she
she
waited
weighed
till-
in, she
that's
had a
right.
lot of blood in her uterus.
So what are you bananas doing? What
I don't know. I'm so happy that you're here. I know it's very random that Jim is here, but Jim and I have the same manager,
Yes.
Jim Serpico, who's
Yes.
incredible.
Yes, he is.
And I'm just shocked that you just walked in the room because also Rich and Jim have worked together.
Yeah, we were on the road for years
For
together.
a long time. I was
you
tired of
guys
him.
must have.
Yeah,
you guys
Got rid of him.
I had I loved having Rich, and everyone always asked about Rich, but I need money. I got no money. I need money. I got no money. I got
Jew.
to count the money. So he started doing the cruises.
Yeah.
And he started making money.
You make a lot of
Money.
money.
And I got his LA place, and I need money. You don't understand. I have kids, but I need money. I want to get married, but I need money. So Rich
Jim, what you make in one show, I would make in 2 years.
So what? We don't live in Manhattan. Don't
try
live in
to have a
Manhattan.
little different perspective.
Well,
I
started off living in someone's attic in Long Island. I used to travel an hour and a half to get there.
I lived in a room too, but if we want to have kids, they're going to be expensive.
I'm sorry. What were you saying again?
Nothing. You look fat.
Yeah.
Did you gain weight?
Right. But
I love the two of you make so many voices. It's the and then sounds.
The best. Can I tell the best Jim story? So Jim had this. You were doing the music thing, right?
Oh God.
And we were in an elevator, and I could see he couldn't see there was someone behind him.
Yeah.
And he's going. And he's making all
I'll
this
tell you
noise.
exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
I had my. Did I have my sunglasses on?
You had your daughter in there.
My daughter was in the elevator. Who was it? Gab or Kelsey? Her name was Kelsey, who's more meek.
Yeah, I think. Yes. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
why
It was.
it's
Yes.
funnier.
It was Kelsey. Yes.
So Kelsey is very meek,
Yep.
kind of shy, very funny, but she's
Very
very
hilarious.
shy.
Yeah.
And I go in the elevator, and at this volume, I went, "'Cause I'm a heavy metal man, heavy metal." And I went, "Oh shoot, I know someone else is in. I'm sorry."
But it lasted a lot longer. He was
Yes.
like, first the drums come in, and then there's guitar. I'm a heavy metal man. Ah, yeah, man.
And who was the person?
And she was just like,
Just
I'm
some
with crazy.
poor innocent
Yeah. And then you
White?
turn around and saw
white
Very-
tight
yep.
ass on her way to a bake off.
her. Yeah. She had a bake off, a cookie, two different
Bake
kinds.
off cookies. for her
Macadamia nut.
What
and
would
this
you
one's
make?
oatmeal.
What would you
first
guys?
grader to help Mrs. Thompson.
What?
And then when you realized she was
I
there,
don't know what to make for the bake-off. Crumb cake or chocolate?
Make your banana nut. That's the
I
best.
don't know.
Oh, Carol, I've given your banana nut cake. Have you ever had it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream?
I do, and I feel so naughty.
I
Oh.
freeze it sometimes. You
I
gave me
can't
too much.
find nuts. I haven't found nuts in years.
They stopped bringing them to the trade fair.
Oh,
Well-
please, you can have my husband. He's nuts.
Oh, I gotta
It's
move.
always the dumbest joke. No wonder why they don't laugh at us at shows.
Well,
You
they
can
can't
have
laugh.
my
'Cause-
husband's.
Well, they can't laugh because their face will split.
Oh God, the real me just came out. I want a cookie.
I don't know if I should make chocolate chip or walnut.
When's my next Botox above my left eyebrow?
I am so upset.
I'm so sad right now. Wait, I'm so happy. I'm sad and happy.
Why are there so many frogs on my front porch?
Why are there so many frogs on my
It's a visual.
Could you imagine if this
visual.
is it?
It's a visual.
I went and got Botox. Do you like it?
You think I look younger?
I'm thinking about piercing my forehead.
Yeah, these women lose their mind.
I'm getting a tattoo on my wrist says "Love is beautiful."
I'm thinking of piercing my
I'm
Adam's
getting
apple.
crazy. I just went through menopause. Getting a capital M right on my wrist. Feeling risky.
What do you think if I attach
Feeling risky.
attach my wrist to my forehead, just like that? Had surgery like this.
No more chocolate martinis for me. Good God, I get crazy.
The other day I had a chocolate martini and I could not believe how talkative I got.
I had a mudslide and slept with my cousin. Oopsie.
It was the first time I looked at a man's buttocks that was under the age of 30. Shame on me.
It was so perfect it didn't have a crack in it. That's right.
Buttocks. They're so boring, these fucking women. They really are. Oh, my God. No
God.
wonder why so many men look so miserable.
Oh my God.
Honey,
Yeah.
honey, what do you want for dinner? I was thinking about meatloaf.
I was thinking of a gun with 2 bullets.
Well, Sam Kinison used to always go, there's a reason why we stop at the bar, so a head won't be in a bar, we found a way home. I botched that joke, but you get it.
Oh, he was the best. He really was.
What's going on,
But you
Rich?
like married life.
Wait a minute, is that you?
Rich does
That's
too.
not me. That's
me.
Jessica.
That's you?
You thought that was Rich?
I thought that was, can I say?
You can say whatever
I like
you want.
the picture, but I feel like you should have...
Who did you think it was?
I thought you were from Arizona off...
Arizona.
You should have feathers in your hair or something. I don't know. Yes, I thought you came
I
off...
thought you should be in a DP.
Do
I look like
that
an
was a
Indian
Native
there?
American right there.
Really?
Yeah.
One who makes silly faces.
I want to suck face with this one. What's her name?
Really?
Pretty Tree.
Angry cunt.
That one, angry cunt. I name her. Your new name, Jessica, is now named called Angry Cunt. Because you angry like cunt. You act like cunt.
All cunts are angry.
You angry cunt. No more arrow for angry cunt.
Do I look?
She
Yeah.
shoot at many testicles.
She fake many hand job.
She eat that's a.
Oh my God.
I do look very dark. Are you attracted to dark women?
I am.
I think you told me that
No,
once.
I'm attracted to all. I honestly, no. I grew up loving the beauty of females, not
So
in a
did Rich,
sexual
I think.
manner.
Yeah.
I mean, that's natural, but very, very. I would study their facial structure, their body structure, their hair.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like a lot of guys. Do you feel like that? I feel like a lot of guys don't notice that kind of
Well,
stuff.
as per our, earlier, what we were talking about, I find, and I would be like, oh, she's got a nice eyebrow. Like, I would find anything. If she liked me, that was enough. That was to me the most attractive thing. Like, oh, she likes me. Yeah, I love her mole.
She has no head.
Yeah,
but she likes me.
She likes me, and at least she pretends she does. I love her.
Yeah. Yeah, she has
I
no
like that
limbs,
you guys
but
know
she's
this.
got a sexy torso. She's got a hot torso.
I have to fuck her neck, but she's really a nice person.
I like putting her shoulder blades together and pretend it's a real skinny hip. I don't know.
I like putting her shoulder blades together.
I
I fuck her shoulder blades.
We call that blading where I'm from.
It's so wrong and twisted.
It's so great though, because if you did put
my
shoulder
God.
blades
They-
together, it'd probably feel
Yeah.
good.
They call him.
Wouldn't it?
They call him Blade Runner.
Blade fucker.
Blade fucker.
Blade fucker now goes out with angry cunt. Make great couple.
What else
Blade
could you?
cunt. Cunt
What
blade.
else could you push together on someone's body and fuck?
Right here. Right here.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a
the,
good idea.
the elbow.
It's the inside of the elbow.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I do like that. What about banging the neck down the shoulder?
Yeah, you like it. Yeah, you like it.
Mind not
You
doing
like it on
that.
your neck. Yeah, you love it. Yeah, you got a nice Adam's apple.
that neck. Fuck that fucking neck.
Yeah. Finger that neck. Some banana nut cake with that. Yeah.
Finger that neck. I'm gonna fist that neck, bitch. I'm gonna fist it.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God! It always becomes. This is what happens.
What do you how far are you in? I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, you
Oh no, we're
I don't want to interrupt you. Surprise, I'm here.
Rich.
My time
I'm
now.
so
The guest
glad you-
today-
I was
My
like, who is
sandbox.
that? Thank you so much to all of my Patreon members for supporting the podcast.
All right, hold up. Could you take a little off the P's? You're hitting them too hard. Not action.
Thank you so much to all of my Patreon members for supporting the podcast.
Hold on. Now you're whispering Patreon. Is there a reason you're whispering?
Well, you said to take the p.
Somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
You ready? Action.
Thank you so much to all of my Patreon member.
Now you got to pause.
For those of you who don't know, Patreon members, is that okay?
It was perfect. Why'd you stop?
Oh, okay. Patreon members.
Cut. Let's go back to the beginning.
Thank you
And action.
Thank you so much to all my Patreon members for supporting the podcast. For those of you who don't know, Patreon members get early access to the podcast, ad-free episodes, and access to monthly live streams where we talk more about...
All right, let's take it back to the beginning. That was perfect. Do it exactly like that.
I just did it well, though,
Except
but why are you
finish it this
starting
time.
over? Thank you so much to all of my patron...
Cut. Why are you screaming?
Because I'm just trying to get through this.
Action.
Thank you so much to all of my...
Action.
Thank you so much to all of my Patreon members. For those of you who don't know, Patreon members get early access to the podcast.
Perfect. Keep going.
There's so many P's.
Keep going. Keep going.
Ad-free episodes.
You could cut this out, right?
For those of you who don't know, Patreon members get early access to the podcast, ad-free episodes, and access to monthly live streams where we talk more about being relatively sane.
Hold up. Did we agree on monthly live streams?
Yes, you told me I should do them because it'll get more members.
I don't know how to do a monthly live stream.
Don't you just talk in your phone?
We'll figure it out. Come on, let's get through this. We have to go. We should speed this up.
All right. Thank you so much to all my Patreon members for supporting this podcast. For those of you who don't know, Patreon members get early access to the podcast, ad-free episodes, and access to monthly live streams. We don't know what that is, but whatever, where we talk about being relatively sane. If you want to join our fantastic community that is so corny, go to patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. That's patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. That's Patreon.
I think you said patriot.com.
Go to patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. That's patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. Patreon.com/Jessica Kirson. Thanks again.
And cut. That's a wrap.
It's
Who's his dick knocking on the door relentlessly?
I didn't even know you were knocking because I have these headphones on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
I can't believe how thin you are.
Yeah.
I feel good. Yeah.
Did you guys just laugh constantly when you were in the car together?
We had one of the funniest things is I would fall asleep a lot. And Jim, Jim, like sometimes I'm talking too much, and Jim's like, I just want to be left alone.
Right. Yeah.
So I noticed one day he changed it from like this crazy heavy metal music to the channel Spa.
Yes.
to try to drug me.
I would always drug Rich.
Yeah,
if we had a long
drive,
Rich would get in and he'd be like, okay, and then, and I'm really not in the mood for it that day, so just, exactly, and his mouth would go wide open and face the top of the car. So if you can imagine, that music's playing, Rich's head is straight back, mouth wide open. When he sleeps, he's like that. It was the most peaceful 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah. And then I went, what were you saying?
Yeah. And then when he'd wake up, I'd always play like...
You would play a calm app. You're floating.
Sleepy now. And it would be seconds. I'd knock his ass right out.
Really?
Oh, my God. He'd go right out.
Yeah. That is hysterical
and
to
he'd
me.
eat like an animal.
Oh, I know.
Like
he can eat.
That's all I have left.
Animal.
Yeah.
That's all I have left.
We did a lot of therapy.
You mean you talk about stuff together?
Yeah.
That's
a lot
good.
of great therapy.
We talked a lot.
Yeah, we talked a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of good therapy stuff. Rich is a good soul.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Such a good person. He's been cracking me up on the podcast doing imitations. Do Bernie for Jim. I'm sorry.
Who's
I know that's
Bernie?
annoying. Bernie.
You don't know who Bernie is. You haven't been to Iowa. Which pill am I supposed to take?
Which pill am I supposed to take? Makes me laugh. He's like 98.
Do you know I saw him? I saw him
Where
in the
am
airport.
I?
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, Bernie. Oh, you saw Bernie.
I saw him in the airport.
Okay.
And I was
What
like,
does he do at the airport?
and I like to take pictures with people for the
You
gram.
do.
For the gram.
Yeah.
So I went up to him, and you would have thought I said, "Can I hump your leg?" He had such an eye roll, like, "Oh, let's make it quick." And I put my arm, and then I was like,
know.
"Poor guy's got a lot of dandruff.
Really?
He's got a lot of dandruff."
Is this a real person? I thought this is you're
No, this is
lumping.
Bernie Sanders. You don't know Bernie.
Oh,
Bernie.
He's running for the
You
presidency.
really saw Bernie?
Yes.
I saw a picture of it.
Yeah.
He has bad dandruff.
Yeah. I don't
He's
wanna know.
got banned a lot of things.
I don't
Fuck
want to.
that dandruff.
He's got a lot of issues.
Fuck that
If
dandruff.
the people want dandruff, the people will get dandruff.
And I
That's
think
what
all
the-
dandruff should be free.
Everyone should get
You,
dandruff.
you should never pay for dandruff.
Dandruff will be for everybody, and everybody should get
We'll
dandruff.
grab every person that doesn't have dandruff, and we'll shave their head,
And we'll say,
and we'll share the dandruff so everyone gets free dandruff.
because the people want dandruff.
Because the people that don't have dandruff don't deserve to have dandruff. Even if they worked hard in their life to get rid of their dandruff, they don't deserve to have no dandruff. They deserve to have their dandruff taken away and shared for everyone. No dandruff for anyone. That is a human right. I like using the word right, which many of us do. We say right, and the people grab the picket signs, and they go in the streets, and they yell about something that happened when they were 7 years old that they're still angry about.
Don't answer the phone. Don't answer the phone. We have rights. We have rights.
Look, with a lot of
We
dandruff.
have rights.
Do the dandruff thing with.
I think that nobody should have
You're being very
dandruff.
rude. You're being very rude. There's a lot of people with a
What are you
lot
going
of
to do
dandruff.
about the dandruff, Bernie? Because I'm on the fence.
Okay, how are you going to go against someone like me, Bernie, who's worth a gazillion billion dollars? Especially, thank you, Jessica.
I knew because you
I
grabbed your
think-
Jewish nose.
I think the world is ready for a Bloomberg. I'll tell you what.
You sound like
That's what he sounds like.
You s-
Hello.
you sound like
That's what he
Gloria
sounds.
Vanderbilt.
That's what Bernie. That's what he sounds like, Bloomberg.
Vanderpump?
I love gay ice cream. Am I trying too hard? Am I coming across too obvious?
I'm losing his voice, but I used to be able to do it.
I'm Mayor Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Oh my God, Mikey! I don't know, man. We got to work on that. We got to work on it.
There's a lot of people with a lot of dandruff. It's a really big problem.
I knew you were going to.
I can buy all the dandruff in the world, and I can have it removed. And I approve this message.
We're going to build a wall to stop dandruff coming into our country. We're going to build a really big, beautiful wall. We're going to call it, it's going to be head and shoulders above every wall. Head and shoulders, really.
And I believe all cultures, all genders, all races should be able to bring wherever their dandruff comes from and just make one big cloud of dandruff, and we all share. And that's what I and
the
I
people
approve
want
my-
the dandruff. The people want the dandruff. And if the people want the dandruff, the people get the dandruff. And I approve this message. Where do I
They're
pay?
all
Where do I
talking
pay?
about nothing.
Racism, sexism, racism, sexism, racism, sexism, white supremacy.
The economy.
I'm running for America, and I can guarantee you, white supremacist, racism, sexism, none of that. Whiteism, white supremacist, white supremacist, sexism, racism, white supremacist, white supremacist.
Oh my God, I think.
Who wants to buy white supremacy? Come on down to me. We're selling white supremacy and freedom and white supremacy.
It's nice to have you here, Jim.
It's pretty comical.
Yeah, they all just. I feel like they're just talking out of there. I don't even know what anyone's saying anymore.
Nobody does anymore. I'm not a registered voter. You son of a what kind of American? I like the John Lennon just watch the merry-go-round, but I could say the merry-go-round is crazy.
I know we talked about this a long time ago. I mean, what do you guys think is gonna? You and I, we're not too hopeful.
Well, we're
What do you think it's going to go to?
I don't know who it's gonna. I'm just talking about the way the country is, like how divided it is. That's what I mean. I
It's
don't
not
mean
as divided as you think.
You don't think the country's divided?
It's not. It's a percentage.
it is. It's
of
not
people.
everyone.
It's not everyone. From my experience of going around, 80-something cities this year.
Uh-huh.
I would say the majority thinks differently than what is being put out and portrayed
In media.
And I will put my life on that statement.
Yeah, but you think there are people who are neutral about the president? No. He's either loved or hated. And it's a very strong gap.
I think some people don't like him, but like what he's doing and what he stands for.
Correct.
They can't stand him as a person, but they like his policies.
I think where they're missing the mark, where they're treading on dangerous territory. You can't insult followers, and you can't lump them in a sum and say they're all this,
on both
they're
sides.
all that.
We were talking about that people, they make all the Democrats really liberal.
You snowflake. You're a snowflake. You're a libtard. You libtard, snowflake, libtard.
You're a white supremacist.
You're a libtard.
You're a white
It's
supremacist.
the same on
You're
both
racist.
You snowflake, libtard.
I say no more Nazis.
You libtard.
The Nazis.
Look at the snowflake,
You
libtard.
believe in Nazis.
The snowflake, libtard.
You're a white supremacist.
Snowflake.
You hate black
Libtard.
people and Puerto
Snowflake.
Ricans.
Snowflake.
You have people in
libtard.
cages. Cager.
What did you guys just yell at each other?
Libtard. Snowtard. Libtake.
It's
You're a
really
libflake. You're a libflake, snowtard.
You're a white snowflake.
You're a
I'm
white.
taking your guns and I'm killing racism. Because you're a white supremacist Nazi.
You're a snowflake. You're a melted snowflake, libtard.
You've been bought by the Jewish people.
Hey, easy.
You've been bought by the Jew.
And I approve this
And
message.
I approve this message.
This is
Michael
Donald J.
Bloomberg.
Trump, and I approve this message.
Jay.
Dude, I have to say, I think one of the reasons
Say it.
is
Say it.
because this is what's funny too, right? If you look at for years, you had salespeople. This guy ain't a salesperson. Well, he is, but in a different way. He's more like
different way.
He's more like street sales. He's more like he should be grabbing his dick and going, you know what's gonna happen today? Is
Yeah.
the whole North Korean thing is not funny and funny, but what president be like, shut the fuck, you're a fat fucking blah, blah, blah. It was two kids at a cage. You a fat, oh yeah, you rockets. Get the fucking kill. One against the fence. I'll fucking blow me, fucking.
Whatever happened with that?
Nothing. They became best
friends because he likes power. He likes power. That's why he likes Kim Jong-un. He likes Putin. He likes guys.
Well,
that
guy does have a lot of power.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he got a lot of power. So he respects that kind of that kind of thing.
I think it's the greatest reality show
It is.
ever.
All of it.
It's the most genius, brilliant mind control play in human history. Maybe not human history, but it can make you kill, hate, and if I always go, you can use the word conspiracy, but it's common sense if you take a couple steps back and you don't watch the news and if you just sit and you go, oh, here, for instance, my daughter came home from college. Racist, sexist, racist, sexist, you're sexist, you're racist. It was like, what? If I ordered Chinese food, I was racist and sexist in
It's
one
just food,
shot.
Dad.
It
It's
was-
just food. It's just food, Dad.
Dad, there's 40 genders.
Okay.
And it's been proven. In the Indian tribe, they had transgenders.
My name is I am boy and girl.
Okay. Like,
One rupees standing up and sitting down.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Here's the other day. All right, so we had a party, and there's a guy in our town. When his wife passed away, he started dressing as a transvestite. And he was like in his 60s, and he'd come into the coffee shop decked out. I mean, a lot of work.
Which
went
is
into it.
different than transgender. People don't realize.
Well, this
he's
is-
still
okay.
with women, right?
He's dressed like a woman.
Right, but he's still attracted to women.
He's doing like the RuPaul Drag
Well,
Race
he was
thing.
with a man the night of the. I went, oh wow! So he's still
Right.
interested. So
Oh.
I just start telling the story. I said, "Oh my god, the party!" I went, you know, so and so, the transvestite. He was, Dad, it's transgender. I said, no,
It's
he's
not
not, because he's
transgender.
not changing. You can't say transvestite. And I wasn't even bothered that she was questioning. It was the aggressive,
I understand.
attacking mode of that's the problem of where our society's going. Somewhere along the line, they've been taught to hate and fight. The ones, it's like you're not even listening to what I'm saying. If I said this fucking fairy who comes in who dresses like a, I didn't say that.
Right.
I said, oh my God, the guy
I
with a woman
understand.
came
I
to trans-
feel like
and
that.
she came full-blown mouth foaming. Like, what is being bashed in your brain that you want to fight without even listening because a word triggered you?
Well, that's happened to me, where people have flipped out because I've said a word, and it enrages me.
What word drives you?
No, I'm
enrages
saying
others?
like I am the least. I am obviously. Look at my lifestyle. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not, but I don't
Right.
know a lot of the terms, and I don't really know what's going on. I'm
Right,
being honest with
I-
you.
me either.
I'm from your generation. I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
So then people get angry sometimes that I don't know, and I'm like, that's not going to help. I'm just being honest. I really believe
Same.
this. If you're patient and explain things, people will. I'll hear you and try to learn more, but don't yell at me for not knowing because I don't know.
I had someone come up to me after a show and they say, I'm non-binary. And I was like, I hate Bitcoin too. What's your point? And they,
What's binary? What is that?
That means they don't identify as a he or she. They want to be called they or them.
Oh, come on,
And I'm
man.
like,
Get
that-
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean,
Get the fuck out of here. I want to be a giraffe.
no, that's
I'm a giraffe.
I identify as a giraffe. I identify as a giraffe.
I identify as an elephant.
Well, no, this
Continue your conversation.
we haven't we haven't finished.
Excuse me, that's offensive. That is not what an elephant does. And I will make sure no one goes to your shows. I'm tweeting it out right now how offensive Rich Aronovitch is, that he does not, what is it called?
Could you actually tweet that out? I could use
I'm
the followers.
bicentennial elephant.
It's
Binary, not
I am
bicentennial.
binary elephant. I mean, stop.
I know, but listen, this is what I said.
Why do you even have to go
I
that
said,
far?
listen, I'll call you Vosotros. I'll call you whatever you want. I'll call you he, them, what, thus, you guys, you win.
I know.
I'll call you whatever you want. And how about I'll worry about like things like you get equal pay and keep your clitoris in certain countries and not get stoned to death for driving a car. How about that? I'll call you Vosotros, them, and I'll worry about, because to me it's a lot of noise of real, to me it's, but they go, well, that's an issue to me. I said, well, okay.
Well, to you.
To you.
That's
But
what
I
I'm
said,
telling
your
you.
issue doesn't have to be my issue.
Correct.
I was taught that language that he is for when you have a penis and she is for when you don't have a penis, and that's how I choose to identify the opposite. Them is two people.
Correct.
And I said that's fine if you want it, but I don't. Your issue doesn't have to be my issue.
Also,
correct.
don't be
That's the
so
problem.
angry about
Yeah.
it. Give
Don't
people
be
a
so
chance,
angry.
but give people a chance to understand it. That's my thing. Like, I guess because I never was pushy about the whole thing being with a woman. Like, I understand that people might not understand it.
But who's brainwashing?
Not that they're judging me,
them
just that they
making-
don't under.
It's not.
'cause that's a very
It's
much.
also like there's a pushback, right? So like I grew up, the N word, you would never say it. Now I hear it in music, and I'm like confused. I'm going, wait a minute, and it's not my word, so I don't say it, and so I don't. But then I got confused as someone who didn't understand the. I go, wait a minute, I'm never. Oh, if you add an A to it, it's okay. Like I don't
You know
get
how I
it.
stopped that in my car? Because my kids would listen to that.
yeah.
And I would say, stop. I don't want to hear that. It bothers me. Well, the more they play it, then I just start singing the song with them. And I would say,
N-word, N-word, N-word. Yeah, it's my N-word. And my N-word, mother effer. F, mother effer. N-word. And Dad, stop. They never play that music anymore. Because anytime they play it, then I just imitate. And then they hear.
It bothers me too.
What it sounds like.
It does bother me. I have to be honest. I can't listen to it.
Yeah. And you should sing it like Bernie.
Where my F words at? Where my F words at? Where my N words at? Where my F word, N word? The people want dandruff and F words.
I personally enjoy N-words in my music. I now had a DJ come and grab my Perry Como music and put N-words sporadically through it, and it's way more listenable.
We're really raising the roof.
And I throw a gunshot here and there to make it authentic.
I tip my 40 for my homies.
A 40 for my homies. I throw a gunshot in.
So,
yeah, it's a because we were talking earlier before you interrupted about how do you police your kids with today's internet and everything else. I think
you can't.
You can't.
You can do the best you can.
But doing that, singing that, you know.
Well, that's what I did. I just went. It's not some. Listen, if it's almost like stand up. If every word was it's shit. Hell, it's shit. It's crazy. Fucking and shit. And that's what's playing. The more you put it, so when I repeat it, like I don't care if the music's amazing, whatever. But every once in a while, my N-word, I start going, oh my God, can you just say a lyric? Or do whatever. That's just my own personal taste. So, but I don't like the word being put out there. I don't like them being comfortable with that word. So whenever I hear it, I start imitating it. And then they get, you can't do it. Why not? He's singing it.
It's on the radio.
It's on the radio, and I'm imitating the song.
And the argument is, it's not your word, it's our word.
Too bad. Then don't put it out there for everyone to listen to and do.
I'm gonna do that with the word. I'm gonna do that.
You can't. You can't claim something.
Where my kikes at? Where my kikes at?
But you can't claim something that you put in pop culture.
Kike.
Refinance, motherfucker. Yeah.
But anyway, I don't even care about that stuff.
Yeah,
that doesn't bother me.
But it is what a lot of kids now are hearing
I'm more
in
concerned
college
with
and
the
stuff.
anger and the anger. Just get rid of the anger. Start talking more.
I don't know how people are going to start talking more.
Thanks for stopping by, Jim.
No, this got fun because we were. See, now if someone listens to the beginning, they're going to be tweeting and going, he said this and that.
Yeah,
but then you listen to the whole thing, you're like, oh.
No, I don't think. I think most people that listen to this are pretty.
They're pretty
cool.
Open-minded. We got to get Rich into something. What is?
Yeah.
Got to get you there.
He's so funny.
He is funny.
Guys, stop. Go on.
Do you want to wrap your little thing up and I'll get going?
Sure.
Because I want to get out of the city.
I love you. I'm so glad that
you going home?
Yeah, it's Kelsey's birthday. It's my
say
middle one's birthday. She's 18.
Oh my
She's
God.
18?
Yeah. Crazy.
That's the oldest, right?
No, that's the middle. The oldest left school. And
She
now
didn't
is
identify
gonna go
as a
on the
student?
road with me.
Really?
Yes.
No. The roaster? Gabby?
Yes.
Wait, what is she doing with you on the road? Like assisting you and
Yeah, and everyone else.
I love that.
I do too. She wants to be around Dad.
Oh.
We want to get in a lot of therapy sessions.
That's cute.
We podcast together.
That's so cute. I love that.
How old is she now?
She's going to be 21 in May.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, they grow up fast, I tell you that. They grow up fast. One day they sit in your...
Rich.
What?
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Look how skinny he is.
He looks so good.
Oh, you guys are gay. That's so cute. Oh, God.
Have a great time.
I feel like I hung out with my brother and sister.
Hey, that's mine.
What's your...
You want my umbrella too? You want...
Jim, I dare you to bring that umbrella down the street.
When I go on the road, I have pink
pink and yellow bags, and everyone D gets so mad at me.
It's just
Why?
I'm like, what's
What
the
do you
big
care?
deal? So it's so gay. And I'm like, D, excuse me, born again? That's number one. Would Jesus say that? And number two, I'm very confident in who I am, and I don't mind the colors.
If you're
that my
confident,
girls
then
have.
it's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Who cares? Anyway,
Jim, have a great time.
Bye,
Nice seeing
honey.
you.
Good to see you.
this was fun. And everything I said was right. Oh my God, I didn't even know this kid was here. Oh, I love this kid.
Oh,
Aw,
Miss this kid.
I know. How cute is he?
he's adorable.
Spent almost 7 months with this kid.
So, you've been doing comedy for how long?
It's so funny. So you see the picture with Mark Maron and Ken Jeong, Dr. Ken?
Yes,
So
right
when I
behind
was
me.
18 years old, I was watching a movie in New Orleans, and he was doing his residency there. This is before he was anybody famous. And he said, "Oh, you're really funny. You should come tell a joke."
Who? Mark Maron?
No, Ken Jeong.
Oh.
He's a real doctor.
Oh, I thought he was the leader of North Korea.
He's not the leader of North Korea. He's the Secretary of State of North Korea. But he was doing his doctor of... I'm trying not to do an Asian voice. I really want to do
You
an
can.
Asian.
I do it in my act.
Yo, he's a doctor of Japan, North Korea, China.
Because they're all the same, you know. Anyway, so he said, "Hey, you're funny. If you tell a joke during our improv show at the end, and you win, you come back and you do 5 minutes." And that's how I started. And this was when I was 18 years old.
Do you feel like comedy is therapeutic for you?
100%, absolutely. Especially when, if I talk about something that is hurtful, and make it funny, it's totally diffused it. Which is why I feel like. We get so bogged down in safe spaces and stuff and political correctness, which is, I'm like you. I care about it. I'm empathetic. But the problem is you're starting now to restrict language, thoughts, and ideas, things that could help other people.
Yeah.
For example, my grandparents did survive the Holocaust. I have a lot of jokes about that because it's painful for my family. You know?
Meanwhile, your family and friends probably laugh at it more than anyone.
I used to tell the jokes to my grandmother who survived the Holocaust.
Yeah.
You know, that's, and I guess the argument is, well, it's your pain. You can do with it what you want. That's the argument. I understand that. But there is nothing better than mocking the deaf. I mean, come on, am I right? I'm kidding. They're clearly not listening. You see how cheap that was?
Yeah, that was cheap.
That was cheap. Edit that out, please. No, so that's the whole thing about that. But I really think it's therapeutic, especially like. When my best friend died, I went on stage like within the hour because I had I had to go on stage. Like that's what we do. You know, I remember I was in a horrible headspace at Gotham and I had to go host a show and be like, and it was, I could leave all of that while I was up there. My head was still, chirping, but my mouth was doing what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that helps me.
And you deal with, I feel like just because we're so close, it feels like you deal with more anxiety now sometimes when you're like worried about different things. Like, what do you do to deal with anxiety? We talk about that a lot on the podcast and it helps people. Like you started exercising.
I exercise. What I really do is I try to help other people. I randomly call people that I feel that are in need. And try to be a good ear, try to hear about their problems. How can I help you? How can I get out of my own stuff? That's my major trick.
It's really beautiful that you do that.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. You do that with me a lot. You'll just call out of nowhere and just say, "Are you okay? How are you?"
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there was, I want people to remember me as like good husband, good friend, good guy. Oh, and was funny. Not just he was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know there's some famous people who died and their kids didn't even go to the funeral, and I'm like, that's
yeah.
Or I want to be remembered as like, oh, I cared. Like someone said something to me last night during your taping, and it was kind of insulting, but I turned it around. They were like, "Why are you so meek?" And I said, "I'm not meek." Meek. Yeah, it was like sort of like, "Why are you just huddled in the corner all meek?" And I said, "I'm actually concerned that you guys are nervous about taping a thing that's going to be on a iTunes, and I want to make sure that I'm not in your space or messing with your flow.
Right. It's interesting how people read things sometimes.
So I'm trying to be empathetic to the experience of what if I would be in my head right now, would I want someone being like, you know, I don't want that. I want someone to be like, oh, okay, I'm here for you. Like those are little subtle ways I could be of service without, you know. And it was interesting. I went, because I was like, no, I'm not meek. I'm empathetic to your experience.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, you're so nice.
I know they don't because most people don't think that way.
There's a lot, especially in our thing. A lot of people are very, you know, they live in their own little bubble. They don't realize, you know, there's other people who are having their own experiences, you know. And it's very hard when you feel like your ego. It's so funny because on the way over here, I saw 2 things about your ego. One was written on your ego is not your amigo, and check your ego at the door.
Where you? I love
signs.
those are signs. I know
Random signs on the way here.
You'll see shit like that.
Random signs that were here. You know, and so the ego is one of the biggest. The only thing. You know, at the end of my life, the only thing that's going to die is my ego. You know, that's the thing that's most upset about my death. You know, because the leading cause of death is life. Everyone dies. So I have to get used to the idea, like, one day I'm going to be gone. What do I want to be remembered as? What am I going to leave in this earth?
Well, you're such a good human. You are. I mean, I know you very well and for a long time. And you have been an incredible friend to me. I was just telling I told Judy Gold that last night. I told you we were talking on the phone, and she said, I love Rich Aronovitch. I said, he's such a good friend to me.
So weird. I don't even think she knows who I am.
She loves you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard compliments are for me? Do you know how uncomfortable I am with because of that self-hatred thing?
I know.
Then it immediately goes, you're not deserving.
Yeah. I mean, most of us have. I don't know if most, but I definitely have it too. I work on it.
I feel like good artists have that screaming voice that pushes you. That screaming voice, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I really have to work on not looking at the views and the likes and the comment. Like if I get, that's another thing. I got a really mean comment and I turned it into comedy. This woman went nuts on me on Facebook.
Yeah, see, that's something that would have thrown you, I think, years ago.
Yeah.
Like really thrown you.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I think
You should read it.
I'll read it. Yeah. So I was, sometimes I work cruises because God hates me. And, no, I'm kidding. It's good money. I mean, the fact of the matter is...
I did them for years. Years.
Yeah, I mean, Jim was joking for me, but that kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
That he's like, money, money, money. I'm like, Jim, it's called being self-supporting through my own contributions.
Yeah. I mean,
I want to be a provider.
Of course. We have to do what we have to do.
You know? So that's, you know, I want to make sure that I make enough money to be, you know, and that's why I also, when I would first move to LA, I did 1,000 different jobs so I could be self-supporting. I mean, I everything. There was no money there, so I went on a deli truck. I did loan modifications. I sold knives at Costco. I made a very funny video.
That's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my entire life.
How many times I've taken it down and put it back up?
It's so funny. It's of Rich selling knives. It is so funny. Saying stuff under his breath to all the customers, and they had no idea what he was saying.
If you go to my YouTube channel, Rich is Funny, one word, you'll find it. So this is what I got. This was the statement that was read to me. It was December. I think it was Christmas. Literally Christmas, I read it, and it was like, and it was very sweet. They reached out to me and said, Rich, you're a fucking asshole. You totally centered me out on Sadness of the Seas. I'm making up that name. Because I wouldn't laugh at your stupid jokes. I told everyone I could how rude and ignorant, and what a worthless entertainer you are. Rot in hell. Piece of shit, like the next paragraph. Like, you know, when you accidentally hit return and you're like, oh, wait, there's more I wanted to say. So you have to stoop to embarrassing others to get cheap laughs because your material is shit. And then I responded, good afternoon, Annie. Thank you for your message. Always great to hear from my fans! ! Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Rich is Funny. Hope to see you on another cruise soon. 2020 is going to be our year. Love, Rich. And now I read it sometimes to the audience, and I'm like, oh, it's
Did
probably
she
like
ever get back?
2 minutes of material. No, what's so great about that is she probably thinks it's either my assistant
Yeah,
or an
that's true.
automated response.
That's right.
So she loses the feeling of going, I upset him. And, of course, what did I do? I screenshot it and put it on. I was like, this is getting more likes than anything.
Yeah, it was hysterical.
Yeah. It's the best way to deal with... It's very hard when someone goes, like, it happens on stage, and I'm like, you suck, and and I go, instead I go, oh my gosh, I agree. You have no idea how much I hate myself.
Yeah.
Well, heckle me again. I'll sit next to them. Like, get a puppet, get a guitar, tell a better joke, and there's no argument.
Yeah.
You know, there's no argument.
I know. But you do a lot of work on yourself, and you have really changed a lot, and you're so brilliantly funny. You guys, you have to tell them where they can reach you on Instagram and stuff like that, because you make the best videos. They're hysterical.
Yeah, I did. That one I did for the Super Bowl, I did that under 2 hours.
Hysterical.
Yeah, Rich is funny. It's one word. Rich is funny.
On Instagram.
On everything. Rich
Great.
is funny on Twitter. Rich is funny on Facebook. Rich is funny. You know, I didn't change my last name because of the Holocaust. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
I'm the only surviving name.
Really?
Yep. So
that's unbelievable.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to change my name, even though it's a very hard name to spell, Vitch, and it's a hard name for some people to pronounce.
Hopefully you'll have a boy, or else the whole thing's going to end with you. Maybe you can try to. Maybe one of them will change genders.
Yeah, they'll maybe we'll try. Yeah, no, I feel like the universe will provide a boy. That's what I feel like. I feel it really in my soul.
I didn't feel it with anything, and I have 4 girls. It's so crazy. I didn't think
you had no
boy or-
inclination.
No.
Did you like kind of leaning?
No.
Like
I love girls.
Mhm.
I do. I love. That sounds so sick.
No, it doesn't sound sick.
love little girls.
No, I love having girls, and I love having so many of them. I think it's funny and fun, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love a little boy too. I don't, because I have a kid with health issues. I didn't care. I think that's why.
Yeah, I just want a healthy kid.
Exactly.
Who happens to have a penis. No, I would like both. Like, I really don't care, but
You're going to be the best dad.
I'm so scared.
Do I look like an Indian in that picture?
No, you don't look like a Native American Indian.
I mean, it's fine if I do. I think it's because I'm dark in that picture. I'm fine looking like a Native American.
I don't know if you look like a Native American. I see you go like this is to me
I know.
a perfect.
How did he
because
not know that was me?
I don't know.
Well, the artist that made it, my cheeks were the size of the whole screen. And then every week for about 3 months, I would ask him to take in
The cheeks.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Like
I
they
go,
made
it's
you
not
look
enough. Can you take it in more? And then he would do it again.
like
it was
heavy
crazy.
or
just a big face and head, which I don't have.
You ain't no Humpty. You ain't sitting on no wall. Had a big fall. Sitting on a wall. Three horsemen.
Three horsemen.
Didn't they have something?
I don't know. I don't know any of the rhymes.
Really? You have
Well, I
kids
mean,
and you
I know.
don't?
I know the same fucking ones over and over again. I do sing to them a lot.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Songs from Schindler's List.
You're gonna be worried about bills every day, every day, every day. You're gonna be worried about bills every day.
And complain in a restaurant.
Everybody's gonna hate you, Jew. Everyone hate you, Jew. Everyone
Jew.
hate you.
Everyone
is
will
gonna
hate you, Jew.
All you ever
Yeah.
did was succeed. I love that joke.
I
of
know. I
yours.
love saying that.
That is such a
I don't
good
even
joke.
know what we ever did but succeed.
Such a good joke.
It's true. I don't know why people, I don't get it. I think it's why they beat you up when you were younger. Because we killed Jesus. But he was Jewish. I don't know. I don't
It's a
get
weird
it.
thing. There's a lot of stuff that's.
Do you want to go for deli?
Sure.
So I want to tell you that I love you so much, and I'm so glad that you came on this podcast.
I'm honored.
No, I adore you. You are a brother to me. You make me laugh so fucking hard all the time. I want everyone to follow you. Yes.
We've got stuff going.
We have a lot of stuff going on. We have a show together at the Stand.
Yep. On the 24th at 7 p.m.
Yep.
Great
And
club. Great food.
yes. I know we had chicken last night. It was
So
delicious. And we're always creating stuff, Rich and I. And you have to see his set. You have to go to his show. It's really incredible. And I just follow him again. Rich is funny on everything.
Everything.
Every
I'm big on
platform.
LinkedIn.
Are you?
No, not at all. I don't even have LinkedIn.
I don't even know what that is.
It's for like real professionals.
Oh, fuck that.
For people that I own a network. I was CEO of Atlas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like,
No, we're
yeah.
just clowns.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love you, and thank you again for doing this.
Thank you for having me.